If I told you there was a school, an actual functioning school where not a single student has ever graduated, would you believe me? A school where lights turn on by themselves at night, where textbooks appear on desks even when classrooms are locked, and where one rule is whispered among teachers but never written down: never stay in the building after 7 p.m. Tonight, we'll be diving deep into one of the strangest and most unsettling mysteries ever reported, the school where no one graduated. The story begins in a small, quiet town far from the busy cities, a place where people still left their doors unlocked and knew their neighbors by name. In 1974, a new government-funded school was built on the outskirts. It was supposed to be a symbol of progress, a modern education center for young minds. But within months of opening, strange things started happening. Students stopped showing up after a few weeks, teachers rotated constantly, never staying a full year, and worse, no class ever made it to graduation, not even once. Parents began reporting the same nightmare: their children would leave for school, cheerful and excited, but they came back drained, exhausted, sometimes trembling. Some refused to talk about what they saw inside the classrooms. Others woke up screaming at night, saying they heard someone calling their name in the hallway even when no one was there. Within months, nearly all parents pulled their children out. But the strangest part, every student gave a different story, but all of them mentioned the same place: the old science lab at the end of the West Wing. Teachers refused to use that part of the building. The lights flickered constantly, even after electricians rewired the entire section 3 times. Doors slammed shut without reason, and several staff members claimed they felt someone standing behind them even when they were alone. One teacher, who later quit the profession entirely, said she saw a shadow move across the floor, even though no windows were open and the sun was facing the opposite direction. Every school takes at least one annual class photo, but this one, it never happened properly. Each time a photographer visited, something went wrong. The camera malfunctioned. Students fell sick. The principal suddenly canceled the session. But one year in 1983, they managed to capture a single photo. When the developed picture came back, every child's face was blurred out, except one, a girl standing in the back row, staring directly at the camera with a pale, expressionless face. No one remembered seeing her that day. No one knew her name, and her uniform didn't match the school's design. Years later, after the school shut down temporarily, a janitor discovered something hidden in the principal's office, a locked drawer containing a leather-bound journal. In it, the principal had written about a disturbing event from the school's early days. According to his notes, during construction, the workers found something buried beneath the West Wing, an old underground room with no entrance. Just a single rusted metal door that led nowhere. Inside, they discovered children's drawings, old school desks, and on the wall, a message scratched in large, uneven letters: "Let us out." The school reopened again in 1991 after renovations, but nothing changed. Students lasted 2 weeks, maybe 3, before withdrawing. Some reported seeing that same pale girl walking down the hallway, always turning the corner just before someone could reach her. One boy swore that he saw her sitting in his classroom chair, but when he blinked, she was gone and the chair was ice cold. In 2003, the school installed night surveillance for the first time. A guard named Thomas took the night shift. On his 3rd week, he radioed in, saying he heard footsteps in the West Wing. Cameras showed nothing, but his microphone captured something chilling, a faint voice whispering his name. Moments later, his radio fell silent. His flashlight was found on the floor the next morning, but Thomas was never seen again. Investigators tried to understand why students couldn't last long enough to graduate. What they found was bizarre. Every academic year, the school admitted students, but by mid-year, everyone withdrew. Some due to sickness, some due to fear, and a few just disappeared from the town entirely. Records were incomplete. Files went missing. It was almost as if something, or someone, didn't want anyone finishing their time there. In 2018, a new teacher named Mrs. Parker, known for her investigative nature, tried to get to the bottom of the mystery. She stayed after 7 p.m., against the whispered rule. She recorded everything on her phone. In her final video, the hallway lights flicker violently, and a figure appears at the end of the corridor. A girl in an old uniform, not moving, not blinking, just watching. The video ends with Mrs. Parker dropping the phone. She resigned the next morning and moved away forever. Today, the school still exists, but no student has been enrolled for years. It's fully funded, maintained, and kept ready, as if it's waiting for the next class that will try to graduate. Locals say that some nights, you can still hear the PA system turning on by itself. A girl's voice reciting the morning attendance list. Names of students who never existed. Names that echo through empty hallways. So the question remains, why has no student ever graduated? Is it because the classrooms are haunted by spirits of children who were trapped long before the school was built? Or is there something deeper? Something hidden beneath the West Wing that doesn't want anyone to leave? One thing is certain. If you ever walk into that school, don't stay after 7 p.m. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more strange stories like this one.